When I was much younger, I took my health for granted. You see, today I'm 49 years young, but when I was 18 years young, I was shot in the spine. I was shot twice at two different times. One when I was 11, and again when I was 18. I was shot with two 9mm bullets at the age of 18. One went through my thigh, and one went and lodged into my spine. And it left me paralyzed for 3 months from the waist down. And it took me some time to regain any movement. 3 months. My big toe started to move. I said, wow. And so I worked over the course of the next 3-4 months after that to get allocated to walking again. And at that point, it was several years that I lived a limited lifestyle. The functionalities of my body were limited. I wasn't functioning properly. I walked with a severe limp. I had to walk it was fast for me to not trip up, and even to this day, I have to alter my walk because of the lasting effect of the handicap that happened from the bullet hitting my spine. I'm getting to my point, brothers and sisters. My point was, I could not function. I could not do things with my body that athletes can do. I couldn't bend. I couldn't stretch. I didn't have endurance. I was incapable of defending myself on a level that it should have been on. And before I continue, I thank you so much for attending and watching. My name is Leon Meredith, and this station is called Foundation for Elevation Station. And you mean everything to me, because I'm not on here primarily trying to sell you something, but what I'm doing is trying to build a foundation for which we can start to rise from, to have an understanding that this is the baseline of what we should be. And one of these aspects is functionality, as I'm talking about in this video. And I plan to make a video and show you the routine that helped me gain such a level of functionality. It played a huge component in extending my youthful, energy. It's a 10 exercise calisthenic type of routine. Easy. And I know a lot of people try to make exercise routines more engaging, more fun, but the truth of the matter is they're either so engaging that they're going to hurt a certain ligament in the body over time, or they are so easy it's really just a fun time. Hey, let's have some fun. I want to make it fun. See, when you are doing the things that's needed to maintenance our existence, and when I say maintenance our existence, I'm talking about what type of maintenance does our rotator cuff and shoulder need? What does it need? What kind of maintenance do my knees need? Ask any 70-year-old, any 80-year-old, it's only a few of them around in my black communities, what do they wish they should have done in their life to preserve and maintenance their knees, their hips, their ankles, their feet? It's certain things that I have learned through my travels, through my experience, through my wisdom, that not only will increase lifespan, but increase functionality over the course of life. I'm 49 and I feel fantastic. I could break down and work out 2 or 3 hours right now. Not just run, but do a lot of stuff and feel fantastic, like I'm a 22-year-old NFL player that just got out of college and still, that's how I feel. It's important for us to understand that our body is technology. Our bodies are biological. Our bodies are an ecosystem of systems that need maintenancing. So if we begin to figure out, what types of things to eat and what types of increments to nourish these different organs and systems we have in us, like, when do we realize that we must do certain maintenancing acts to take care of our liver? They have something called fatty liver disease, and it's just running rapid. Are we understanding what's taken 30 and 40 years at the least from our lives? Because if we die in the 60s or 70s, which I have too many people I've known to die in their 40s of strokes and heart attacks, like, how is this possible? But even the ones that make it to 60 and 70, we are still throwing away many decades of our life. Look it up. Every human being that's born should live 120 years if you do not have a birth defect. And the way in which we live our lives on a day-to-day basis, the decisions we make, are the reason we are giving away decades of our life. A decade is 10 years. So each and every one of us has a decision to make every day of our life to consistently live in a certain way. Has lasting effects on our longevity, our condition. So when we think of how long will my life go and what will be my condition? If I make it to 70, 80, what will be my condition at that time? I see now that many of us believe that we have made it when we get 70 or 80. And we are so feeble. Our knees, our back we have to be so easy, like we crystal or porcelain. If somebody bump us a little bit, it's a wrap. We could do better than that. That's what I have been studying. We could partake upon real fitness maintenancing on many levels. And especially our elders, this is why old people get feeble, because they must start and continue muscle building routines. So the muscles will have them strong enough so they don't have to be feeble, and the muscles protect their organs. I guess I can go on and on, but my core would return and maintain my functionality of my ligaments, of my knees, of my hips, my shoulders, is 10 exercise calisthenic routine. Beautiful. Just 10 different exercises that keep me limber. Beautiful. I love to share it with you. Catch up with me. The movement is near, and it's not for fun. It is for life. I love you. Foundation for Elevation Station. All love.